Have you ever wondered if you accidentally hurt your cat's feelings without knowing it? You feed them, cuddle them, and keep them safe, but something still feels off. Maybe it's the nasty look they give you out of nowhere, or how they go quiet during your play session. The truth is, cats may not speak our language, but they notice everything, and sometimes the tiniest things we do every day can leave the biggest mark on their hearts. In this video, we're revealing 15 ordinary habits that might be silently breaking your cat's heart, and once you see them, you'll never unsee them. Number 1. Scolding them in a loud voice. To you, it's just a firm no or a raised voice in the heat of the moment. But to your cat, it's equivalent to thunder, sharp, sudden, and terrifying. Cats don't understand words. What they hear is tone, volume, and energy. When that energy is loud or aggressive, it doesn't teach them a lesson. It shakes their sense of safety. The bond you've built with gentle strokes and quiet trust takes a hit every time the noise rises. Even a single outburst can leave them hiding under furniture, unsure if they're loved or in trouble. They won't fight back, they'll just pull away, and each time they come back a little slower. Number 2. Ignoring them all day. You might be busy with the meetings, the errands, and the long to-do list, but while the day flies by for you, your cat is waiting patiently. They don't need hours of play or constant attention. Sometimes they just want a glance, a small moment that shows that you notice them. When that doesn't come, the silence builds, with quiet disappointment. To a cat, being overlooked feels like being forgotten, and when it happens often enough, they stop asking. Not because they've stopped caring, but because they've learned not to expect much from you. They might begin to find solace somewhere else. Number 3. Not responding to their meows. Your cat's meow is not a random sound that cats make when they feel like it. It's a lot more than that. When they meow, it means they've made a decision to connect, to ask, to be noticed. Every meow carries intent. Whether they want food, comfort, or simply your presence, it is their way of communicating with you. It doesn't go unnoticed when that call is met with no look, no reply, not even a pause. They're not just talking to the air, they're talking to you. And each time they're ignored, it chips away at the trust they've built. Cats won't yowl for hours or sulk in corners, but they do remember. They feel the moments when their voice was too quiet for you to hear, even though it was loud. Over time, they stop trying because they've learned you might not answer, and that silence stays with them. Number 4. Closing the door behind you. This one is tricky. You might think it's just a door. You need quiet, privacy, or maybe just a few minutes alone. But for your cat, that simple click is something else entirely. Cats don't see closed doors the way we do. To them, they've been shut out. One second, they're part of your world. Next, they're staring at a barrier they don't understand. You might hear the scratching, the quiet meow, or nothing at all. But behind that closed door is a cat who doesn't get why they've been left behind. They are hurt not only by the silence, but also by the feeling of no longer being welcome in a place they thought was theirs. Sometimes, leaving the door open just a little is all it takes to remind them they still belong. Number 5. Picking them up when they don't want it. You see a fluffy bundle of love. They see a sudden loss of control. Lifting your cat when it isn't ready doesn't feel like affection to them. Their feet leave the ground. Their body tenses. An instinct kicks in because, for a cat, not choosing where to go is vulnerable. Even if they don't struggle, the discomfort is real, especially if they were initially relaxed, asleep, or simply not in the mood. Over time, those moments add up not just in their body, but also in their trust. Affection is beautiful when it's mutual, and in your cat's world, the greatest act of love is giving them the choice to come to you. Number 6. Trimming their nails roughly. Clipping your cat's nails might feel like routine care, but to your cat, it's a betrayal in disguise. Their paws are some of the most sensitive parts of their body. When you hold them down, move too fast, or squeeze too tight, it sends a signal not just of physical discomfort, but a deep sense of being overpowered. One bad experience, even by accident, can stay with them for weeks. The next time you reach for their paw, they might flinch because the memory still lingers. What was once a moment of trust now feels uncertain. Taking it slow with patience and calm says more than you realize. It tells them they're still safe in your hands. Number 7. Not cleaning the litter box in time. Keep in mind that this is not any box. It's your cat's bathroom, their territory, and a space that reflects how much you care. When it's left dirty for too long, it doesn't just smell bad. It sends a message that their needs don't matter to you. You should know that cats are naturally clean. They spend hours grooming, avoiding mess, and seeking out order in their environment. When their litter box is soiled, it goes against everything they instinctively want. It becomes a space they avoid, even resent, and sometimes resentment spills into the rest of your home. When that happens, it's not rebellion. It's a quiet plea to restore their comfort and dignity. You wouldn't want to use a filthy toilet, and neither do they. Cleaning the box often shows them you're still listening. Number 8. Comparing them to other pets. You might not say it out loud, but cats notice where your attention goes. When a new pet enters the picture or another animal in the house gets more praise, cuddles, and more time, your cat feels it, and they don't need to understand language to know what's changed. They watch how your tone softens for someone else. They notice when the routines shift, when playtime gets shorter, and when they're no longer the ones you reach for first. And while they may act indifferent, it touches something deeper than pride. It touches their place in your world. Cats don't compete, you'll just notice they've begun to withdraw. Slowly, quietly, and with a kind of sadness that's hard to undo. They're not asking to be the only one, just that you don't make them feel unseen. Number 9. Not saying good morning. It sounds small, but just like in humans, to your cat, the start of the day is everything. The moment you wake up, they're already watching and waiting, not for food or games, but for recognition, a gentle stroke, or something that shows you acknowledge their presence. When that moment passes without connection, it leaves more than silence. It sets a tone, and for a creature that measures love in presence, being overlooked first thing in the morning can leave their day feeling a little colder. You don't need to make a fuss. Just a few seconds of attention go a long way. In their eyes, that one small moment can be the difference between feeling forgotten and feeling at home. Number 10. Playing with your hands, then scolding them for scratching. At first, it seems harmless, a little roughhousing, letting them bat at your fingers or chase your moving hand like it's a toy. But when the claws come out and the fun turns into scratches, suddenly it's not so playful anymore and your reaction catches them off guard. To your cat, it's confusing. You invited the game, and now you're upset. They don't understand the rules changing mid-play. What felt like bonding now feels like a mistake. That moment of joy turns into hesitation, and the next time they want to play, they might hold back. Cats need consistency to feel safe. When play becomes punishment, it breaks trust. Use toys, not hands. Let them know that your touch means comfort, not confusion. Number 11. Not letting them climb. It's common knowledge that cats love to climb, not just for the fun of it, but because it's instinct. It's how they feel safe, how they observe, how they stay in control of their space. High places give them perspective and comfort. It's not about being sneaky or mischievous. It makes them feel secure. When a cat is constantly stopped from jumping up or exploring vertical spaces, it's more than just a blocked path. It's a blocked instinct. And when that instinct is denied, they feel trapped not physically but emotionally, like they've lost something they can't explain. You don't need to give them access to every shelf in the house, but offering even one tall perch or window seat says you understand them. And in a world full of unknowns, that understanding is everything. Number 12. Loud music or sudden noises. What's background noise to you can feel like chaos to your cat. Their hearing is sharp, far more sensitive than ours. A sudden burst of music, a blender switching on, or a door slamming rattles them. They might dart under the bed, hide in a corner, or freeze in place. While you move on a second later, the echo of that noise lingers for them. It doesn't feel like a moment. It feels like a threat. Over time, repeated loud sounds can make them skittish, uneasy, or withdrawn. They won't associate the noise with the machine. They'll associate it with the room, the moment, or even you. Creating a calmer space isn't about silence. It's about safety. And for your cat, peace is part of love. Number 13. Using strong perfumes or room sprays. Your cat's nose is a world of its own. Scents that seem pleasant or subtle to you can be overwhelming to them. A spritz of perfume, a scented candle, or a quick blast of air freshener might make your space feel clean, but it can make your home feel foreign to your cat. Their sense of smell is tied to comfort, memory, and territory. Replacing that familiar scent with something sharp or artificial disrupts more than just the air. It unsettles their sense of place. What once felt safe now feels unfamiliar. When that happens too often, they retreat because of the discomfort. Your baby is just trying to breathe. Small adjustments like using softer scents make a big difference. Number 14. Forgetting a gentle touch before bed. At the end of the day, Your cat doesn't need a big routine, treats, or toys. Often, all they want is one gentle moment like a soft stroke, a quiet glance, or something that shows you are there for them. When that moment doesn't come, they still curl up nearby. They still settle in. But something small is missing. That final gesture of connection. That little thread that ties the whole day together. Cats remember patterns. They notice when a habit of affection fades. And when it does, they don't demand more. They just feel a little more alone in the quiet. You don't have to say a word. Just let your hand rest on their back for a second longer. That's all it takes to remind them they matter. Number 15. Forgetting that they feel. They don't speak, they don't cry, nor do they hold grudges the way humans do. But your cat feels deeply, constantly, and in ways you might never fully see. They feel comforted when you sit beside them. They feel hurt when they're ignored. They feel confusion when the rules change and joy when they get it right. And above all, they think when they've been overlooked, not as a pet, but as a presence. The biggest mistake isn't one loud moment or a forgotten routine. It's treating them like they don't feel at all, like they're just there, waiting, without their own emotions quietly unfolding beside yours. It doesn't take grand gestures to break a cat's heart, just small things. A habit left unchecked, a moment missed, a silence that lasts a little too long, and they won't complain. They'll simply adjust, pulling back quietly while waiting for you to notice. If any of these moments felt familiar, don't worry, you're not alone. We're all learning how to love better. Let us know in the comments which of these hit home the most.